Energy is the most valuable resource you have. Not money, not time, energy. Because without energy, you can't create, you can't execute, and you sure as hell can't succeed. Yet most people waste it. They leak energy every single day on things that don't matter, on people who drain them, on habits that keep them stuck. And then they wonder why they feel exhausted, unmotivated, and stuck in the same place year after year. If you want 2025 to be different, you need to take back control of your energy. That means understanding where it goes and who gets access to it. Energy is like an investment. Where you put it determines what you get in return. If you invest your energy in negativity, in drama, in worrying about things outside of your control, you'll get stress, exhaustion, and stagnation. But if you invest it in growth, in learning, in execution, you'll get results, progress, and transformation. First, let's talk about people. You need to audit your circle. Who are you allowing into your space? Who are you giving your time, attention, and energy to? Are they lifting you up, pushing you forward, helping you grow? Or are they pulling you down, keeping you stuck, filling your mind with doubt and negativity? The reality is, not everyone deserves access to you. Some people are energy vampires. They drain you with their constant complaints, their excuses, their small-minded thinking. Others are distractions. They don't mean any harm, but they pull you away from your goals with gossip, nonsense, and activities that serve no purpose. And then there are the anchors, people who don't want to see you grow because it reminds them of their own stagnation. They'll subtly discourage you, plant seeds of doubt, and try to keep you at their level. Cut them off, not out of hate, not out of resentment, but because your energy is too valuable to be wasted on anything that doesn't push you forward. Give your energy to the people who inspire you, who challenge you, who want to see you win. Surround yourself with people who are on a mission, who are disciplined, who are driven, because their energy is contagious. Next, let's talk about habits. Your energy is also shaped by your daily actions. What are you doing every day that either fuels you or drains you? Are you starting your morning scrolling through social media, feeding your mind with negativity and comparison? Are you staying up late watching TV instead of getting the rest your body needs? Are you eating junk food that leaves you sluggish and unmotivated? Your energy is a direct reflection of your habits. If you want to operate at a high level in 2025, you need to build habits that fuel your mind, body, and spirit. That means waking up early and owning your morning instead of reacting to it. That means feeding your mind with powerful content, books, podcasts, learning that expands your thinking. That means moving your body daily, whether it's hitting the gym, running, yoga, or even just walking. Movement generates energy. And let's talk about the biggest energy killer of all, your thoughts. Your mind is either your biggest weapon or your greatest weakness. Every thought you have either gives you energy or takes it away. If you're constantly thinking about your past mistakes, worrying about the future, or dwelling on problems instead of solutions, you're draining yourself before the day even starts. You have to train your mind to protect your energy. That means developing self-awarenesses. Catching yourself when you start slipping into negative thinking and shifting your focus to something productive. That means practicing gratitude, because when you focus on what you have instead of what's missing, your energy shifts instantly. That means eliminating unnecessary stress. Stop worrying about things you can't control and take action on the things you can. And finally, let's talk about the distractions that are stealing your energy. Every notification on your phone, every unnecessary email, every moment spent scrolling aimlessly, it's all sucking energy away from the things that actually matter. Most people are exhausted not because they're working too hard, but because they're mentally overloaded with meaningless distractions. In 2025, you need to simplify. Cut out what's not essential. Turn off notifications. Set boundaries. Focus deeply on what moves the needle and ignore everything else. Energy flows where attention goes, so direct your attention toward what actually builds your future. If you can master your energy, you can master your life. Take ownership of it, protect it, and invest it wisely. The world is louder than ever. Everywhere you turn, there's something demanding your attention. Social media, the news, advertisements, people's opinions, distractions disguised as entertainment. And if you don't control what gets your attention, you will be controlled by it. Most people don't even realize they are living in constant mental clutter. Their minds are flooded with information they don't need, worries that aren't theirs, and comparisons that steal their joy. They wake up and immediately check their phones, scrolling through other people's lives instead of focusing on their own. They go through their day bombarded by notifications, messages, and noise that keep them distracted from what actually matters. And then they wonder why they feel overwhelmed, unmotivated, and stuck in the same cycle. If you want 2025 to be the year you actually make progress, you have to cut out the noise. That means eliminating distractions, filtering what enters your mind, and taking back control of your focus. The first and biggest source of noise, social media. Let's be real, most people don't use social media uses them. It's designed to keep you addicted, constantly scrolling, constantly comparing, constantly consuming. Every time you open an app, you're being fed someone else's highlight reel, someone else's opinions, someone else's version of success. And without even realizing it, you start measuring yourself against people who are showing you only the best parts of their lives. This creates a mental trap. You start feeling like you're behind, like you're not doing enough, like your life isn't as exciting or successful as theirs. But here's the truth. Social media is not real life. It's a curated version of reality designed to make you feel something so you stay engaged. If you spend more time watching other people live their lives than actually building your own, you're wasting your potential. It's time to set boundaries. Limit your screen time. Unfollow accounts that make you feel like you're not enough. Stop mindlessly scrolling and start intentionally creating. Use social media as a tool, not as an escape, not as a distraction, and definitely not as a measurement of your worth. The second source of noise, other people's opinions. Too many people are living their lives based on what others think. They make decisions not based on what they truly want, but based on fear. Fear of judgment, fear of criticism, fear of standing out. But here's the truth. No matter what you do, someone will always have something to say. You can play it safe, follow the crowd, and still be judged. Or you can go after what you really want, and if people are going to talk, let them talk while you win. You need to stop seeking validation from people who don't have to live with your decisions. Other people's opinions won't pay your bills. They won't build your dreams. They won't do the work for you. So why are you letting them control your life? Filter who you listen to. If someone hasn't built what you want to build, their opinion is just noise. If someone isn't living a life you admire, their advice is irrelevant. Take input only from people who have the results you want, and even then, trust yourself first. The third major source of noise, negative environments. Your surroundings shape your mindset. If you're constantly around negativity, complaining coworkers, family members who doubt you, friends who settle for less, you will absorb that energy, whether you realize it or not. Negativity is contagious. If you're not careful, you'll find yourself thinking smaller, doubting yourself more, and making excuses just like the people around you. You need to protect your environment like your life depends on it, because it does. Find places and people that fuel your ambition. Surround yourself with conversations that challenge you to grow. Create a space where your goals are the priority, not an afterthought. And finally, the most dangerous form of noise, your own mind. Most people don't need external distractions to hold them back. They do it to themselves. Their minds are filled with self-doubt, limiting beliefs, and excuses. They tell themselves they're not ready, not smart enough, not capable. They overthink, they hesitate, they second-guess every move. And in doing so, they create mental noise that paralyzes them. Your mind should be your greatest ally, not your biggest enemy. You have to train it to focus on solutions, not problems, to believe in possibilities, not limitations, to drown out doubt with action. Every time a negative thought creeps in, replace it with one that serves you. Every time fear tries to hold you back, take one small step forward anyway. The world will never stop being loud. Distractions will never disappear. Opinions will never stop coming. But you can choose what gets your attention. You can choose to filter the noise and focus only on what moves you forward. Growth is not an option. It's a necessary. You are either getting better or you are getting worse. There is no standing still. Every single day you are either moving closer to your goals or further away from them. And if you're not intentional about your growth, life will make the choice for you. Most people don't grow because they are comfortable. They settle into routines, habits, and mindsets that feel safe. They wake up, go to work, do the same things they did yesterday, and expect different results. But here's the truth. If you want a different life in 2025, you need to become a different person. You can't expect new results with the same old mindset, the same skills, and the same habits. Growth is not something you do when it's convenient. It's something you commit to every single day. The first step in relentless growth, become obsessed with learning. Most people stop learning after school. They think once they have a diploma, they're done. But the real world doesn't care about degrees. It cares about skills, execution, and results. The most successful people in the world are lifelong learners. They read books, they study their craft, they seek out mentors, they ask questions, they experiment. They never assume they know it all. Because the moment you stop learning, you start declining. If you're not actively expanding your mind, you are falling behind. Knowledge is a competitive advantage. In 2025, the people who rise to the top will be those who know more, understand more, and execute faster. So ask yourself, what are you doing every day to feed your mind? Are you reading books that challenge your thinking? Are you surrounding yourself with people who push you to grow? Are you learning new skills that increase your value? Are you studying success and applying what you learn? Growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens by design. You have to build learning into your daily routine. Read for 30 minutes a day. Listen to podcasts that expand your thinking. Take courses that improve your skills. Absorb knowledge like your life depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. The second key to relentless growth, put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Growth happens in discomfort. It happens when you step into uncertainty, when you challenge yourself, when you do things that scare you. If you always stay where it's safe, you will never become more than what you are right now. Think about it. Every major breakthrough in your life came from stepping outside your comfort zone. The first time you tried something new, the first time you spoke up, the first time you took a risk. Every single time you became stronger, wiser, and more capable. So in 2025, you need to chase discomfort. Take on challenges that stretch you. Say yes to opportunities that make you nervous. Push yourself past what you think you can handle. Do the things you've been avoiding because they feel too hard. If it scares you, it's probably a sign you need to do it. Fear is not a stop sign. It's a signal that growth is on the other side. The third key to relentless growth: execute faster. Most people fail not because they don't know what to do, but because they hesitate. They overthink. They wait for the perfect moment. They get stuck in analysis paralysis, trying to figure everything out before they take the first step. But growth doesn't come from thinking. It comes from doing. Action creates clarity. You learn faster by making mistakes than by sitting on the sidelines waiting for the perfect plan. The most successful people don't wait until they feel ready. They start, they learn, they adjust. So in 2025, make execution your default setting. When you have an idea, take action. When you set a goal, move toward it immediately. When you feel fear creeping in, take the first step anyway. Speed matters, momentum matters. The faster you execute, the faster you grow. The fourth key to relentless growth: eliminate excuses. Growth requires brutal honesty with yourself. No more blaming circumstances. No more waiting for the right conditions. No more saying, "I'll start tomorrow." The truth is, the only thing standing between you and your next level is you. If you're not where you want to be, ask yourself, what habits are holding me back? What excuses am I making? What am I avoiding that I know I need to do? Be real with yourself. Identify your weaknesses and attack them. Stop waiting for motivation. It's unreliable. Stop waiting for someone to push you. You have to push yourself. Stop waiting for life to change. Change yourself first. Growth is not something you do once in a while. It's a lifestyle. Every day, in every moment, you have a choice. Stay the same or get better. Excuses are the enemy of progress. They are the invisible chains that keep people stuck in the same place year after year, wondering why nothing in their life ever changes. The truth is, the only thing standing between where you are now and where you want to be is the excuses you keep telling yourself. Most people don't lack the ability to succeed. They lack the commitment. They tell themselves stories about why they can't, why it's too hard, why they don't have enough time, money, or resources. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Successful people find a way, while everyone else finds an excuse. 2025 is the year you stop playing small. It's the year you stop letting circumstances, fear, and self-doubt control your actions. It's the year you take full responsibility for your life and eliminate every excuse that's holding you back. The first excuse people love to use: I don't have time. Time is the greatest equalizer. Every person on this planet has the same 24 hours in a day. Yet some people build businesses, get in shape, strengthen their relationships, and accomplish their goals, while others waste their days watching TV, scrolling through social media, and complaining that they don't have time. The truth is, you don't lack time, you lack priority. If something truly matters to you, you make time for it. No excuses. Look at where your time actually goes. Track it for a week. You'll be shocked at how much time is wasted on things that don't serve your goals. Cut the distractions. Wake up earlier. Stop doing things that don't move you forward, because at the end of the day, your results will reflect how you spent your time. The second excuse that keeps people stuck: I don't have the resources. How many times have you told yourself, I would start if I had more money, more connections, more support, more opportunities? This is one of the most dangerous excuses because it convinces you that external factors control your success. But here's the truth. It's never about what you have. It's about what you do with what you have. History is filled with people who started with nothing. No money, no resources, no support, and built success through sheer determination and creativity. Every successful person you admire once stood where you are now. They didn't wait for perfect conditions. They found a way. They used what they had. They took action instead of making excuses. If you don't have money, get creative. Find ways to learn, network, and build skills that cost nothing. If you don't have connections, start talking to people, offering value, putting yourself out there. If you don't have opportunities, create them. There's always a way forward, but only if you stop using what you lack as an excuse. The third excuse that destroys progress: I'm not ready. How many times have you hesitated on a goal or an opportunity because you didn't feel ready? How many times have you told yourself, I'll start when I have more experience, more knowledge, more confidence? This is one of the biggest lies people tell themselves. The idea that they need to be fully prepared before taking action. But here's the truth: you will never feel ready. Readiness is a myth. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who wait until they feel 100% confident. They are the ones who start before they feel ready. They take action, they make mistakes, they learn along the way. The only way to become ready is to start. Think about any major achievement in your life. Were you fully prepared the first time you drove a car? The first time you started a new job? The first time you took on a challenge you had never faced before? Probably not. But you figured it out. You adapted. You grew into it. That's how life works. You don't wait until you're ready. You start and you become ready through action. The fourth excuse that stops people from growing: it's too hard. Success is supposed to be hard. Growth is supposed to be uncomfortable. The reason most people never achieve their dreams is that the moment things get difficult, they quit. They convince themselves that if something is hard, it must not be meant for them. But the struggle is not a sign to stop. It's a sign to push harder. Everything worth having requires effort. Whether it's building a business, getting in shape, mastering a skill, or improving your mindset, there is no easy path. The moment you accept that challenges are part of the process, you take away their power. Instead of making excuses, you figure it out. Instead of quitting, you adapt. Instead of saying, it's too hard, you say, how can I make it work? The fifth excuse that ruins potential: I've already tried and it didn't work. Failure is not a reason to stop, it's a reason to adjust. The most successful people in the world have failed more times than most people have even tried. But the difference? They didn't let failure become a reason to quit. They learned from it, made changes, and kept going. If something didn't work in the past, that doesn't mean it won't work now. Maybe you needed to develop more skills. Maybe you needed to take a different approach. Maybe you needed to be more disciplined. But quitting is never the answer. If you truly want something, you find another way. The only difference between the people who achieve their goals and the people who don't is that one group eliminates excuses and the other group lets excuses eliminate them. Discipline is the bridge between goals and results. It's what separates the dreamers from the achievers. Talent, motivation, and intelligence mean nothing if you lack the discipline to show up every day and do the work. Most people start strong, they set big goals, feel inspired, and take action for a few days or weeks. But when the excitement fades, when the work becomes repetitive, when the progress is slow, they lose momentum. They tell themselves they'll start again tomorrow. Then tomorrow becomes next week, next month, next year, and before they know it, another year has passed and they're in the exact same place. Success in 2025 will not come from how motivated you feel. It will come from how disciplined you are. The first step in mastering self-discipline: control your habits. Your habits determine your future. The small things you do every day, your routines, your actions, your mindset, are shaping your life, whether you realize it or not. If you have good habits, success becomes inevitable. If you have bad habits, failure becomes unavoidable. So ask yourself, what are the habits that are helping me move forward? What are the habits that are keeping me stuck? What habits do I need to eliminate and what habits do I need to build? Discipline is not about making huge changes overnight. It's about small, consistent actions that compound over time. If you improve just 1% every day, you will be unrecognizable by the end of the year. But you must commit to the process. The second step in mastering self-discipline, eliminate distractions. Discipline is not just about doing the right things, it's also about avoiding the wrong things. Every time you give in to distractions, you weaken your ability to stay focused. Every time you let yourself scroll through social media for hours, watch mindless entertainment, or engage in pointless conversations, you're feeding weakness instead of strength. The most disciplined people in the world are not superhuman. They just design their environment for success. They remove temptations. They create systems that keep them on track. They make it easier to do the right thing and harder to do the wrong thing. If you struggle with discipline, take a look at your environment. Is it set up to help you succeed, or is it filled with distractions that pull you away from your goals? Make changes, set boundaries, protect your focus like your life depends on it, because it does. The third step in mastering self-discipline, do what needs to be done no matter how you feel. Most people let their emotions control their actions. If they feel motivated, they work hard. If they feel tired, they make excuses. If they feel discouraged, they give up. But if you only take action when you feel like it, you will never achieve anything great. The best in the world show up regardless of how they feel. They train when they're tired. They work when they're uninspired. They push forward even when everything feels difficult, because they understand that emotions are temporary, but results last forever. If you want to be successful in 2025, you need to become the kind of person who does the work no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're tired. It doesn't matter if you're not in the mood. It doesn't matter if it's inconvenient. What matters is that you get it done. The fourth step in mastering self-discipline, develop mental toughness. Discipline is a mindset. It's the ability to override short-term desires for long-term success. But this requires mental toughness, the ability to push through discomfort, to embrace challenges, to keep going even when you want to quit. Most people fail because they are mentally weak. The moment things get hard, they look for a way out. The moment they face resistance, they retreat. But if you want to win in 2025, you need to become mentally strong. Stop looking for the easy way. There is no easy way. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. Stop expecting things to be comfortable. Discomfort is part of the process. Every time you push through struggle, you get stronger. Every time you stay disciplined, when it would be easier to quit, you build resilience. And resilience is the key to lasting success. The fifth step in mastering self-discipline, hold yourself accountable. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to force you to be disciplined. No one is going to make you successful. It's on you. If you keep breaking promises to yourself, you will never trust yourself. If you say you're going to wake up early, go to the gym, or work on your goals, but then make excuses, you are training yourself to accept failure. But when you follow through, when you do what you said you would do, you build confidence, you build self-respect, you prove to yourself that you can be counted on. So set standards for yourself, stop tolerating laziness, stop accepting mediocrity, hold yourself to a higher level of discipline, and watch your life transform. Your mindset is the foundation of everything in your life. It determines how you think, how you act, and ultimately how far you go. A weak mindset will keep you stuck no matter how much talent, intelligence, or opportunity you have. But an unbreakable mindset, that's the key to achieving everything you've ever wanted. Most people spend their lives reacting to circumstances instead of taking control of their own destiny. They let setbacks define them. They let fear stop them. They let failure convince them that they aren't good enough. But the truth is, the people who succeed are not the ones who never struggle. They're the ones who refuse to let their struggles define them. The first step to building an unbreakable mindset, take full ownership of your life. No more blaming circumstances. No more blaming other people. No more saying, this isn't fair, or I can't do this because of my past. If you want to win in 2025, you need to own everything in your life. Your successes, your failures, your choices, and your results. The moment you take full responsibility, you take back your power. Because if you created your current reality, that means you have the power to change it. But if you keep blaming everything outside of you, you give up control. You convince yourself that your life is happening to you instead of being created by you. So ask yourself, where in my life am I making excuses instead of taking ownership? What limiting beliefs am I holding on to that are keeping me small? What areas of my life do I need to take full control over starting today? The second step to building an unbreakable mindset, reprogram your thoughts. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you constantly tell yourself, I'm not good enough, I always fail, or I don't have what it takes, your mind will work to make those beliefs true. But if you train your brain to think differently, to believe that you are strong, capable, and unstoppable, you will start to act accordingly. The key is conscious awareness. Most people don't even realize the negative thoughts they repeat to themselves every day. But if you start paying attention, you'll notice patterns. You'll catch yourself thinking thoughts that don't serve you. And once you become aware of them, you can change them. Replace I can't do this with I am capable of figuring this out. Replace I always fail with every failure is a lesson that makes me stronger. Replace I'm not good enough with I am constantly improving and becoming the best version of myself. Your mind is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. Feed it powerful thoughts, and it will work in your favor. The third step to building an unbreakable mindset, develop emotional control. Life is unpredictable. There will be setbacks. There will be disappointments. There will be moments when things don't go as planned. But how you respond to those moments is what determines your future. Weak-minded people let their emotions control them. They get angry and lash out. They feel sad and stop trying. They get discouraged and quit. But mentally strong people, they control their emotions instead of letting their emotions control. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It means not letting them dictate your actions. It means staying calm when things get hard. It means staying focused when distractions arise. It means staying committed to your goals even when motivation fades. Every time you master your emotions, you become stronger. Every time you choose discipline over impulse, you build resilience. And resilience is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. The fourth step to building an unbreakable mindset, turn obstacles into fuel. Most people see obstacles as stop signs. They hit a roadblock and assume it's a sign to give up. But the people who achieve massive success, they see obstacles as fuel. They use failure as a stepping stone. They use rejection as motivation. They turn every setback into a lesson that makes them better. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. Every difficulty is a chance to prove to yourself how strong you really are. Instead of saying, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Instead of thinking, this is too hard, think, how can I use this to become stronger? Your ability to handle obstacles will determine how far you go in life. If you let them break you, you stay stuck. But if you learn to use them, there is nothing that can stop you. The fifth step to building an unbreakable mindset: surround yourself with winners. Your environment shapes your mindset more than you realize. If you spend time around people who complain, who make excuses, who settle for mediocrity, you will absorb their mindset without even realizing it. But if you surround yourself with people who push you, challenge you, and inspire you, you will rise to their level. Look at the people in your life. Are they helping you grow, or are they holding you back? Are they encouraging you to become your best, or are they keeping you stuck? Find people who are where you want to be. Learn from them. Challenge yourself to think bigger, work harder, and push beyond your limits. Because the more you raise your standards, the more unstoppable you become.